Alright. Kahala Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson today. We're going to go ahead and just jump straight to it. Alright, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops, and great millstones. Shalom to your hopeful elects. Once again, double honors to the apostles, elders, and great millstone who taught me this truth and who continue to teach me this truth. You know what I'm saying? All praises to the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah for his apostles and elders, man. And shalom to you hopeful elects. We're going to go ahead and jump straight to it. Ecclesiastes chapter 7. All right, we're going to go to verse 26, 29. Verse 26 through 29. You know, we're not going to make this too long. But if it does be long, then it is what it is. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 26. And it says, and I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets. Okay, this is King Solomon saying after his journey of trying to find a virtuous woman, that after all that searching and all the women that he's been with, you know what I'm saying? He found more bitter than death the women. The women. Alright, y'all might get hurt. Y'all might get hurt, women. I'm sorry. But hey, according to the scriptures, this is what it says, and I found more bitter than death the women whose hearts are snares and nets. Y'all have tricks up under y'all sleeves, right? Alright, y'all want to guilt, shame, manipulate, right? Want to make brothers feel down, alright? Want to seduce brothers. Y'all got tricks up on y'all sleeves, man. Hearts is snares and nets, alright? Your heart is deceiving. Your heart is deceiving, and her hands as bands. Right? I got tricks. But listen, this is what King Solomon says. Whoso pleases Yahweh shall escape from her. Alright? Whoso pleases Yahweh shall escape from her. Hey, if you endure through the temptations, he gon' the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah gonna show you the exit. Alright? He gonna show you the exit. He gonna show you the way out. Alright? You gonna escape from her. Alright? Because if you please the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and he shows you the exit, you exit out. You know what I'm saying? You a part of that. You a part of the elect. You a part of his people, his chosen, his elect. You know what I'm saying? The elect go do the work of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Go serve the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Right? Whoso pleases Yahweh shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. But the sinner gonna stay there. Alright, and continue to deal with the bullshit, to deal with the drama, to deal with the, you know what I'm saying? All the things that come with a wicked woman. Alright? And that house gonna be destroyed. That house gonna be destroyed. Alright? At the end of the day, it's gonna be destroyed because you can't allow the woman to be over you. You gotta be over her. She gotta be submissive unto you. You know what I'm saying? As it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But we gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, whoso pleases Yahweh shall escape, but sinners shall be taken from her. You know, be taken by her or from her. Same thing. All right, we're gonna go to Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. Because this is where the part where it says that, you know, if you come to serve the Lord, you got to prepare yourself for temptation, as it says right here. Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right? Prepare thy soul for temptation. Prepare yourself for the battles, for the tribulations, trials and tribulations that you're going to go through. Alright? It's either going to make you or it's going to break you. What you going to choose? Is it going to break you? You going to let it break you? You going to let the world crumble you down? You going to let the wicked women eat you up? Huh? Yeah, she could eat you up, eat your up. You know what I'm saying? Eat your yam. You know what I'm saying? You could let her eat your yam, but you gonna let her eat you up though. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually, you gonna let her take your soul? No. Prepare thy soul for temptation. Prepare thy soul for temptation. This is what the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah has put the words into the mouth of the prophet to tell you people, to tell you men of the elect, the man of the Lord, to come into a realization that if you come to serve the Lord, you got to prepare thyself for temptations. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and may not haste in time of trouble. Alright? Don't complain in the time of trouble. Endure. You know what I'm saying? But as it says in Ecclesiastes chapter 7, whoso pleases Yahweh shall escape from her. You know what I'm saying? Shall escape from the wicked. All right? From the wicked women. You know what I'm saying? You can endure through the pain, trials, and tribulation. You can endure through the times that she gives you a hard time. But if she continues to do the same old thing and doesn't want to change her ways, and doesn't want to commit to serving the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and praising the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, hey, your house gonna crumble, your house gonna fall. Simple as that. I done told you already in my last second video, I was talking about setting the house in order, right? If you're gonna set the house in order, you gotta let Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua be the foundation. You know what I'm saying? The rock, all right? The root and stone. If that ain't it, then what is? Your wicked women? Nah, because you know a lot of people be saying, "Hey, happy wife, happy life." Man, F all that, because if you ain't serving the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and putting Him first, and you allowing your wife to control you and make you do what she wants you to do all the time, hey, I want this, and it goes against the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, now you a fool. Now you a fool. You are taken by her snares and traps. All right? Her snares and traps. Word to my dad. Hey, Solomon lets us know how bitter a woman may be and the tricks up her sleeve to get what she wants, as it says in Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 26. Now we're going to jump to Sirach chapter 25. And we're going to go to the GNT. Sirach chapter 25 and verse 24. And this is what it says. Sin began, all right? Sin began with a woman, all right? Hold on. Let's get that in the KJV, because it sounds more better in the KJV. Salakia. All right. This is Sirach chapter 25 and verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, right? Remember when Eve ate the tree that she wasn't supposed to? Right? Because she listened to the serpent. She listened to the devil. She listened to wickedness. You know what I'm saying? She let her mind deceive her and her heart. Right? Your heart is deceiving. You know what I'm saying? But this is what happens, because women go based off their feelings, their emotions all the damn time. Right? And when this happened, you are led by a lie. You fools. You are led by a lie. Of the women came the beginning of sin. Alright? So if you follow the women, alright, and you go against the Most High's order, as it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3, alright, how you supposed to be the head of her, of the women, but you allow her to be the head instead, you gonna go into the wickedness that she has. You know what I'm saying? As it says right here in Sirach chapter 25, verse 24, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. And through her we all die. Because how many men, right? A lot of men, they have came into their deathbed because of the women. Okay? A lot of men go to jail because of their women. A lot of men go through trials and tribulations and headaches and everything above that could destroy a man because of the women. Right? Of the women came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. You know what I'm saying? Alright, Eve wicked. We gonna go to Eve wicked rebellious nature, because you know what I'm saying? The woman has a rebellion nature in her. It's in her nature to be rebellious and to be sinful and wicked. Con. So we gonna go to Genesis chapter 3, and we gonna start at verse 9. And y'all can say, you know, Shorty did. Yeah, she did piss me off. So now we're going to bring it out. Hey. All right, so this is Genesis chapter 3. And we're going to start at verse 9. And it says, then the Lord, Yahweh, called to the man Adam. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, sorry, we're just worried, like, you're over the gate, you know?
No, I'm good. Yeah, you too. Then the Lord Yahweh called to the man, where are you? He replied, I heard you walking in the garden, so I hid. I was afraid because I was naked. You know what I'm saying? This is Adam speaking to Yahweh. He's saying, bro, you called upon me. I'm sorry. I'm naked, bro. You know what I'm saying? So this is what happened. And he told, Yahweh said, who told you that you were naked? And you're not even supposed to know that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord Yahweh asked, have you eaten from the tree whose fruit I commanded you not to eat? Are you dead ass? The man replied, it was the woman you gave me, who gave me the fruit and I ate it. That dumb bitch. Right, Salakia. Then the Lord Yahweh asked the woman, what have you done? The serpent deceived me, she replied. That's why I ate it. Then the Lord Yahweh said to the serpent, all right, because you have done this, you are cursed more than all animal, domestic and wild. All right, so this is the wicked. The serpent is the wicked. And it's you Esau, you Edomites. Yeah, because in today's society, the Edomites, the Esau's, right, are the Caucasian people, the pink and red people, right? The one that lives in the Caucasus Mountains. Yo, Kahala Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? And in today's society, all right, the government, they want the women to run over the house and to take over the man. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. They don't care because if the women takes you to court, you gonna lose. You gonna lose. They want the women to lie. They want the women to lie. All right, let's continue. Because you have done this, you are cursed more than all animals, domestic and wild. All right, yeah, the serpent, Esau, all right, these Edomites, all right, they're worse than animals. They worse than animals. Hey, they even eat animals. I mean, so like we eat animals too, but what I meant to say is they eat unclean foods and they eat human bodies. But that's another subject. All right, you are cursed. Most High has cursed the serpent, has cursed the wicked, the devil. All right, let's continue. And I will cause hostility between you and the women, and between your offspring and her offspring. He will strike your head, and you will strike his heel. Okay, and I'm gonna read this part in the KJV. No, I'm gonna read it in the NLT. Then he said to the woman, I will sharpen the pain of your pregnancy, and in the pain you will give birth. You know what I'm saying? That's why women go through pain in pregnancy. All right, that's why they have contraction, because that's what the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah has set for these women. All right, I will sharpen the pain of your pregnancy, and in pain you will give birth. It didn't have to be this way, but that's what the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah said that is gonna happen, because you Eve are wicked, so the curse is gonna be, you know what I'm saying? And he said this, and you will desire to control your husband. This is the part where I want to get into, but I had to bring, Eve's rebellious spirit. And you will desire to control your husband, but he will rule over you. All right? He will rule over you, because it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3, that the man is the head of the woman. That's what the Most High has said. And if you can't understand that, you gonna perish. Okay, you go perish, you wicked women. All right, you go perish. If you can't follow orders, because that's what it is. If you can't follow the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah commandments and orders, and how he set for the house to be, that you must be submissive unto your mans and listen to him and not give him a hard time. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be purged out. You're going to be cut off, and we're going to get there real soon. All right? And you will desire to control your husband. Genesis chapter 3, verse 16. You will desire to control your husband, but he will rule over you. Okay? So where does she goes off? Because we got to understand, what is it that makes a woman go off? A bad attitude. Disrespecting the Most High and our Savior. If you disrespect the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, if you disrespect his name, if you disrespect his glory, if you disrespect his laws, statutes, and commandments, you're going to be judged according to that. You're going to be judged. You're going to be judged. And this goes for anybody too, not just women. But hey, we're going to keep it in the topic. Loud mouth. If you got a loud mouth, you are a disgrace. That's shameful unto you. Aggression. Not trusting you to lead the way. If your woman doesn't trust you to lead the way, that's off. She's going off. Her opinions and feelings mattering more than your orders or the Most High laws, that's going off. If her opinions and feelings mattering more, if that matters to her more than the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, she's going off. She's going off. She's bringing dysfunction into the household. If she's humiliating you in public, that's going off as well too. And there's more to that. But we're going to go to Sirach chapter 26 and verse 23. And I want to get that in the GNT. So here we are. This is Sirach chapter 23, Sirach chapter 26, verse 23 in the GNT. A lawless man will get a godless wife. A lawless man will get a godless wife. So what that means is, if a man doesn't care about setting order, laws, following the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, regardless of we saved or not by keeping the laws. Because if we keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, we are living the holiness of what He desired from us. Yeah, we may not keep it the best of our, we have to keep it the best of our ability. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, we may not be able to keep the whole 613 commandments, the best, every single commandment, but we got to still do it. We got to keep applying that pressure. We got to prove the enemy wrong. We got to live according to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's will. That's our works of faith. So if we don't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments, and you teach other people not to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, you're going to be called the least in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, continuing on, as he deserves. A lawless man will get a godless wife as he deserves. That's what you get. But a man who honors the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, will have a devout wife, will have a virtuous woman. A shameless wife enjoys, she enjoys making a disgrace of herself. She don't care. She don't care about the mistakes that she does. She's going to continue to do what she do and not give a F. You know what I'm saying? But a modest wife will act modestly even alone with her husband. Okay? Even alone with her husband. Even when her man is not around, she's going to act modest. She's going to keep her integrity. Right? Verse 25, a self-willed woman is a bitch. All right? A self-willed woman is a bitch. You a shameless dog. Because you don't care. And a lot of you women be saying, how could you call me a bitch? This is what the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai had to say unto his prophets to prophesy unto us and let us know that a self-willed woman is a bitch, but a woman with a sense of decency honors the Lord. If you fear the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai just a little bit, you bring glory and honor to the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You praise the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? A wife who honors her husband will seem wise to everyone. A wife who honors her husband will seem wise to everyone. But you know what I'm saying? But let's jump down. You guys can read it. I'm going to continue reading it. Lord willing, let's keep going. In the spirit, a wife who honors her husband will seem wise to everyone. Right? Because when somebody sees your wife, right? When somebody sees your wife and she's honoring you, she's listening to you, she's taking care of you, she's doing everything about you, putting you, because you the king. Oh yeah, hey, I see you. I see how they gonna be. I see you. You doing that. You doing the right thing, twin. You doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey. But if she dishonor him by her overbearing attitude, right? If she always got a attitude, all right, everyone will know that she is ungodly. So how you gonna have me looking like shameful person. How you gonna have me looking ungodly because you ungodly? That can't work. A false balance is an abomination unto the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So the women gotta get cut off. All right. Fortunate is the husband of a good wife because he will live twice as long. You know what I'm saying? Because the women ain't gonna give her trouble. The women ain't gonna give him trouble. So he gonna live a long life. Hey, he ain't gonna get stressed out all the damn time. He ain't gonna die over stress. He ain't gonna die. He ain't gonna go and be a proverb of what it says in Sirach. I think it was in Sirach chapter 25, verse 24. He ain't gonna be a proverb of Sirach chapter 25 and verse 24. Alright, he ain't gonna die. He ain't gonna die by the sin of his women. You know what I'm saying? Because a woman that has virtuous, the 7 virtues, you know what I'm saying, is patient, keeps her composure. You get it? That overall, in conclusion, fears the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. He gonna honor her husband as well too, and he gonna live a full long life. You ain't gonna let the man live a full life. Double it by you bringing chaos and destruction in the household and disobeying the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Verse 27, a loud mouth woman. And yeah, I know women right now will probably be watching this video. Alright, my girl probably be watching this video. But let me tell you this. Why, they gonna say, why are you yelling? But you yelling, you a hypocrite. No, I'm not. Isaiah, chapter 54. Salaki, was it 54? No, 58. Isaiah chapter 58, verse 51. 58, verse 1. It says, cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. So yeah, you see why I'm talking loud, because not only am I showing and bringing out, you know what I'm saying, I'm in the Holy Spirit, the Rakakadash, to do this lesson. The Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has allowed me to do this lesson. Okay, verse 27, a loud-mouthed, talkative woman is like a trumpet sounding the signal for attack. You causing a scene. You allowing everybody to hear your chaos. Alright? You ungodly, shameful ass bitch. What is you doing? Right? And any man who has such a wife will spend his life at war. Alright, that's what his life gonna be, is war, chaos every single time between her. You know what I'm saying? How is that justified? How is that good? What justice is that? That's nothing that the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai will want his hopeful elects to go through. You know what I'm saying? You women gotta get it together, man. You women gotta get it together. It's not that hard. Alright? It's not that hard, man. It is not grievous to keep the laws, statutes, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, statutes and commandments. Laws, statutes, and commandments. My laws are not grievous. Salakia. Did I spell grievous wrong? I think I spelled it wrong. I spelled it right. Let's look it up real quick. Salakia. You see? So we're going to go to 1 John real quick, just to show you that his laws, statutes, and commandments, as it says in the Bible, are not grievous. So 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. It says, "For this is the love of Yahweh, that we keep his commandments." If you love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah like you say you do, you will keep his laws, statutes, and commandments, women. You will keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. You will be a virtuous woman. You will do as he say. All right? And one of the things that he say unto his prophets is to be submissive unto your man. Stop causing the chaos. Stop being such a loudful, contentious women, man. Stop bringing trouble all the damn time. Stop disagreeing every single time with your mans. What is you doing? You're supposed to be one with him. How is this possible? You are not doing the right thing. Okay, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. So this is what it says. For this is the love of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It says in 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. Okay? Continuing on in Proverbs chapter 21, verse 9. And this is what it says in Proverbs chapter 21, verse 9. "It is better to live alone in the corner of an attic than with a quarrelsome wife in a lovely home, with a brawling woman in a wide house." It is better to dwell in the corner of the housetop. It is better to live on the roof of your house than to live inside with your women that's always causing chaos. This is what the Bible says in Proverbs chapter 21, verse 9. Women got to get it together, man. The Most High condemns that wicked act. The Most High condemns your attitude. If you think your attitude is righteous unto the Lord, nay, pride brings forth destruction. All right? Your woman is supposed to be submissive unto you, not you submissive unto her. All right? You know, as it says in Genesis, like we brought out Genesis chapter 3, verse 9, and verse 16. Genesis chapter 3, verse 16. She would desire to control over you men, but ultimately the husband gonna have rule over her, because that's just the nature of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. You know what I'm saying? In other words, if she can't take your orders, she will cause dysfunction in the household, as it says in Sirach chapter 25, verse 26. In the order Yahweh commanded things to be set, as is mentioned in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. All right? And we don't have to get there, but to paraphrase it, it says that Christ, Yahweh, so like I said, Christ. But you know what? That's how the Bible says it. That's what the world knows Yahweh by. That's what the world knows the Messiah, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai by. But this is the message to the hopeful elects. We know the names of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? So yeah, Yahweh is the head of Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Jesus Christ. Yahweh is the head of Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai is the head of the man, of us, men of the Lord, right? And we're the head of our wives, okay? And our wives are the head of our children. And the Most High has set this commandment in order for things to be in order in the household. You know what I'm saying? And it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 14. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 40. Let all things be done decently and in order. This is what the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai wants. You know that Yahweh, you know that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai want things in order. You know he do. He don't like disorder. He don't like dysfunction. He don't like none of that. So why do you continue to do the things that you do? You know what I'm saying? Why do you continue to do the things that you do? The Most High gonna condemn you. The Most High gonna judge you. Alright? Don't you know that it's a fearful thing to be living in the living hand of God? Yahweh. It is a fearful thing. As it says in Hebrews chapter 10, verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hand of the living God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So when are you simple-minded? People gonna get things in order. Right? That's why Joshua said that in my house we gonna serve the Lord. If you can't serve the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, you getting kicked out. A house can't be set in order without Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai being the root and foundation of it. Right? Everybody got to be in the same level. You got to be submissive unto your man, women. All right, you the same body as him. If you live with him, you in the same body. Y'all become one. As it says in Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. We're going to go there real quick. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife. Join together, unite, and they shall be one flesh. How can you be one flesh if your flesh is filled with darkness? That's not good, man. That's a false balance. And a false balance is an abomination unto the Most High Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. So we're going to go to Proverbs chapter 11 verse 1, and it says a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. Yo, he loves that. He loves when two come together and agree into something and love each other for it, because they ultimately love the Most High Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. When you love the Most High Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, you are keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments. You're doing the right thing, Jake. But you women, when y'all don't, we're going to cut you off. We're going to go to Matthew chapter 6 and verse 22. It says, your eyes like a lamp that provides light for your body. When your eye is healthy, your whole body is filled with light. But when your eye is unhealthy, your body is filled with darkness. And if the light you think you have is actually darkness, how deep that darkness is? How deep is it? You're covered in blood. You're covered in the sins. What you gonna do? You gotta remove it. Purge it out. Purge out the leaven. If you don't do that, you don't have the Ruach HaKodesh. The Most High ain't dealing with you. And that's why I say that if you gonna come together and be one flesh with your mans, you got to understand that you got to put away the wickedness that you do, that the Most High is against. And I'm speaking directly to you women. Alright, you can't serve two masters, for you will hate one and love the other. You got to put your pride to the side. You got to put your pride away. Destroy that shit. Destroy your ego. Destroy who you think you are. You are submissive unto your mans. You have now become a virtuous woman. The women that you thought you was in the past in the world, that shit gotta go. How am I supposed to, you know what I'm saying? You, like, come on, man. How am I supposed to continue to live according to the Most High Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai's will, and then my women over here being dysfunction? All right? Being a part of the world. You can't serve two masters, man. That shit gotta go. That's a false balance. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Okay? How Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai will pluck, purge, cut off every branch that does not produce fruit. We're going to go to we're going to go to John chapter 15. This is what it says in John chapter 15, verse 1. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. This is Yahweh Shai speaking, the Hamashiach, our Savior, the unblemished one, right? The anointed one. This is what he says. I am the true grapevine, and my Father is the gardener. Yo, shout out Yahweh. That's my Father, Yahweh Shai say. he the top dog. He the true man. He the truest in this. Hey, how is y'all gonna always? How is y'all gonna always tell him? Gonna always tell us. You know what I'm saying? Gonna always tell us who he get his knowledge, wisdom, and power from. Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? He cuts off every branch of mine that doesn't produce fruit. So what that mean? Yahweh gonna cut off every branch that does not produce fruit for Yahweh Shai. Because Yahweh Shai, he got his followers. He got the peoples that want to do the right thing. Yahweh Shai got his gathering. And if you ain't doing the right thing, Yahweh gonna see that and he gonna remove you out of that. Just as it says here. He cuts off every branch of mine that doesn't produce fruit, and he prunes the branches that do bear fruit, so they will produce even more. You know what I'm saying? He gonna keep the ones that do the right thing, that got the glory, that got the pureness, that want to be holy. Because those same people, the prophets, all right, the hopeful elects, you know what I'm saying? Gonna bring more of these people. You know what I'm saying? Gonna bring more of the same type of spirit. All right, they're gonna produce even more. You know what I'm saying? That's why the hopeful elects in GMS, they don't debate with others. If you hear this truth, if you hear us when we be outside on the highways and hedges, and you come across us and you stop for a minute and you listen to us, you're like, okay, I'm gonna come back next week, and then a week after that, and then you keep coming, and then you keep, okay, now we got one. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta test the spirit though. And he prunes the branches that do bear fruit, so they will produce even more. Now, why am I bringing this chapter? Why am I bringing the book of John, chapter 15? If I'm speaking about the wickedness of the women, because, yeah, for that same reason. Because if you wicked, Eve, if you wicked unto your mans, he gonna plug you out. Yahweh gonna plug you out. You gonna get out. You ain't gonna be part of that tree, man. Sad to say, but we don't warn y'all so many times. You still wanna behave. You still wanna misbehave. Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah gonna do what he do. Kahala Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Alright. And Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 38. Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 38. Alright. This is what Yahweh had to say. I will examine you. I will examine you carefully. Hold on. Wait until this ambulance get out of here. Alright, yeah, you know, because we're on the highways and hedges with it. But anyways, this is what Yahweh had to say. I will examine you carefully and hold you to the terms of the covenant. Alright? To the terms of the covenant. Is your name in that book of life? Hold on. I will purge you. I will purge you of all those who rebel and revolt against me. So you women that become rebellious, you women that want to still have that Eve nature, Eve wickedness, you know what I'm saying? You want to rebel against the Most High and disrespect the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah and mock the prophets, the elects, you're going to get judged. And you're going to be purged out. I will bring them out of the countries where they are in exile. So remember how Lot's wife, they told Lot and his family not to look back. This dumbass girl gonna look back, and now she turned into a pillar of salt. And that's what you women are gonna go through the same. You women are gonna go through the same thing if you continue to go through your wickedness and your pride. You will never enter into the land of Israel. You will never enter into the land of the promise that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua promised us through our forefathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So it's sad to say, but you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be here and you're gonna be demolished with these 2/3. You want to be a part of the world, right? You want to misbehave and not cleave unto the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Be submissive unto your mans. Take it easy. Take it easy. Pipe down. Stop being so rebellious. Stop being like how you are. You're not gonna be here, man. You're not gonna be a part of us anymore. Hey, that's what's gonna happen. Then you will know that I am the Lord Yahweh. You're going to know that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua did that. Because he judged you. You're going to cry unto him and say, why, Lord, why? Because you did that. You know what I'm saying? All right, so this is the last part. What is a virtuous woman? A woman that truly fears the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Proverbs. The book of Proverbs, chapter 31, going to give you all the answers to being a virtuous woman. Okay? It says, who can find a virtuous woman? Verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman and a capable wife? She is more precious than rubies. If you do, her husband can trust her, and she will greatly enrich his life. All right? She going to make him prosperous. You know what I'm saying? She gonna bring him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She gonna do that. She gonna be devoted to do that. That's the virtuous woman. She finds wool and flax and busily spins it. She is like a merchant ship, bringing her food from afar. She gets up before dawn to prepare breakfast for her household and plans the day's work for her servant girls. Yo, she's on top of her shit. She's on top of her shit. She gonna do what she do. She gonna do what she gotta do. She being a virtuous woman. And oh my God, yo. Seek the kingdom first. Seek the kingdom first, man. She gets up, look. She goes to inspect, verse 16, and she goes to inspect a field and buys it. You know what she gonna do with that field? She gonna grow a garden. Hey. And this is what it says. And with her earnings, she plants a vineyard. So with the money that she makes, she's going to invest it in that field. She is energetic and strong, a hard worker. Okay? She makes sure her dealings are profitable. Her lamps burn late into the night. She got that oil in her. It don't run out. Her hands are busy spinning threads. Her fingers twisting fiber. She extends a helping hand to the poor and opens her arms to the needy, always being humble, always being caring, always doing the best that she can to present herself as a virtuous woman. All right, that's just me talking. But this is what it says in verse 21. She has no fear of winter for her household, for everyone has warm clothes. She's prepared. She's prepared. She makes her own best breads. Alright, she don't need to buy shit at Target all the damn time. She gonna do what she gotta do. She gonna get a sewing machine. She gonna do that. Alright, but you women are lazy. All y'all know how to do is freaking talk back and be, yo, like, come on, man. And the list goes on, but where I want to go at is verse 30. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. So don't look into a woman that look good all the damn time with a fat ass and big titties or whatever you like, you men, you jakes. Alright, don't go based off her beauty, her long hair. You know, that's vain. That's vain. That don't matter, because this is what the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua wants for us. You know what I'm saying? But a woman that fears the Lord, she shall be praised. Alright, because if the woman fears the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, she shall be praised, right? Amen. You know that's true. Give her of the fruits of her hands, and let her own works praise in the gates. You shall be known by your fruits. You shall be known by your works. All right? And your works is going to be your faith. You know what I'm saying? So that right there leads me to a conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. Women, we are in the last days. You know what I'm saying? We are going through prophecies. The mark of the beast is going to come through, all right, which is that RFID chip, all right, that microchip that's going to be implanted on your forehead, on your right hand, okay? And no man shall buy or sell without it. We're going to go through this prophecy as it says in Revelation chapter 13, if I'm not mistaken. But we are coming into a time where you see what's going on. The U.S. and Israel are going to war with Iran and other countries. Everybody hates America, Babylon. And everybody hates those small hats too. And I'm going to let you know now, like I said, we are in the last days. So you women better tighten up. Get right with your man, especially the hopeful elects. Get right with your man. Be submissive unto him. And if you can't, you're going to perish. You're going to be with the 2/3. The Most High ain't going to deal with you no more. All right? And don't come at the hopeful elects for doing what they do, for trying to set things right in their household. Because the Most High going to do what he do and do it regardless. He going to remove that. He going to remove that. You know what I'm saying? But as it says in Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 26, whoso pleases Yahweh shall escape, but the sinner shall be taken from her. All right, so if you Jakes continue to allow these wickedness to happen unto your household and be taken by your women, you're going to be falling down with her too. You're going to be a sinner. You know, you ultimately not gonna know what you're doing wrong, because you know you being led by your women at this point. You don't care about the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Haushai. So that concludes everything that I have to say in this lesson. Kahala Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekah Kadash, for allowing me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and great millstone. Shalom to you, hopeful elect. See you in the next video. Shalom.